You try hard. You set goals. You make a promise to yourself that this time will be different. You want to dedicate more focused hours to your work. You want to finally adopt the habit of eating healthy, nourishing meals. You want to feel the satisfying ache of muscles that have been exercised consistently. But after a few days, or perhaps a week, you notice the familiar slide. The old patterns creep back in. Things fall apart. A heavy feeling settles in your chest. You feel bad. Not just disappointed, but fundamentally flawed. You think once again that you lack the necessary willpower, the inner grit that everyone else seems to possess. This is a common story. You are not alone. It's not a sign of defect. The problem is the strategy you've been using. You've been told radical transformation requires radical effort, that you must rely on sheer force of will overnight. That approach is exhausting and ineffective for most. Name the problem so we can solve it. You don't need more willpower as if it's a scarce trait. You need a better system, a plan that fits your life, not one that demands you become someone else. Steps so small they feel almost effortless. You need kind habits that support you rather than punish you. The good news, it's possible and straightforward. Change begins not with a giant leap, but a single, manageable step. Small, consistent steps are the engine of big, lasting change. Regaining control isn't white-knuckled resistance. It's understanding habit mechanics and gently steering them. Build a system of support. Make the right choices the easy choices. One of the primary reasons our discipline crumbles is that we begin with goals that are far too big. Big, audacious goals are exciting to think about. They feel powerful and transformative. I will wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, meditate for 30 minutes, and then run 3 miles before work. It sounds like the routine of a highly successful person, a version of ourselves we aspire to be. But the monumental size of such goals is precisely what makes them so fragile. They demand a massive, abrupt change from our current behavior. Our brains are hardwired to resist such drastic shifts, preferring the comfort and safety of familiar routines. Big change is hard to sustain because it requires an enormous and constant expenditure of energy and motivation. When a goal is too large, it becomes intimidating. This feeling of being overwhelmed is a powerful deterrent. On a day when you feel tired, stressed, or just a little unmotivated, the sheer scale of the task, I have to write 2,000 words today, can be enough to make you avoid it altogether. The brain seeks the path of least resistance. Faced with an enormous, difficult task, it will often opt for the immediate gratification of a distraction, like scrolling through your phone or watching television. This is not a failure of willpower. It is a predictable response to a poorly designed goal. The fix for this problem is beautifully simple. Make your goals tiny. Start so small that it feels almost ridiculous. Instead of vowing to wake up at 5 a.m., try setting your alarm just 5 minutes earlier than your usual time. Another common reason discipline fails is the lack of a clear, actionable plan. People are often very good at stating what they want, but they're less specific about how to achieve it. I want to study more. I am going to eat healthier is not a plan, it's a wish. Presented with an abstract command, your brain doesn't know what to do first. What does study more mean? When? Where? For how long? Without answers, the brain gets confused and falls back to well-worn neural habits. Your discipline didn't fail. A vague plan did. The fix is a simple, concrete plan. Use an implementation intention which pins a goal to a specific time and place. I will behavior at time and location. Example: after I finish dinner, I will go to my desk and review class notes for 15 minutes. Specificity removes ambiguity. The what, the when, the where are already set. That makes starting feel automatic. Think of Maria. She wanted to write a book but never found time. Write more left her frustrated. She made a simple rule. Every morning, immediately after I pour my first cup of coffee, I will sit at the kitchen table and write for 10 minutes. She supported it by leaving a small notebook and her favorite pen next to the coffee maker the night before. The cue and the preset spot made the action almost frictionless. She wasn't always inspired, but the clear plan made her follow through most days. Section 4. The third collapse. The harsh sting of self-judgment. The third major saboteur of discipline is the absence of self-kindness, especially in the moments after a failure. We often believe being hard on ourselves keeps us on track. We think that shame and guilt are effective motivators. When we miss a day at the gym or eat a piece of cake, a harsh inner critic emerges. It says, "I knew it. I have no self-control. I've ruined everything. I might as well just give up completely." This all-or-nothing thinking is incredibly destructive. It transforms a single minor misstep into a catastrophic failure, making it seem logical to abandon the goal entirely. This cycle of effort, failure, and shame is a powerful habit killer. When you associate an activity with guilt and self-recrimination, it starts to feel like punishment. Discipline becomes a rigid, unforgiving warden. No one can be perfect. Life is unpredictable. There will be days when you are sick, busy, or simply exhausted. If your system has no room for imperfection, it is designed to break. Shame doesn't make you better. It convinces you not to try. The antidote is self-compassion and restarting quickly. When you miss a day or make a mistake, the goal is not to dwell or punish yourself. Acknowledge the slip. Okay, I missed my workout today. That's not what I intended, but I will start again tomorrow. Or even better, I will do a short walk right now. The rule is simple. Never miss twice. Treat a lapse as a data point. Leo missed 2 workouts to a tough project. Instead of quitting, he did a light 10-minute walk, felt better, and the next day walked again. He was back on track. Consistency is about imperfectly showing up. Section 5. Common traps. Too many changes at once. Waking early, new diet, exercising daily, meditating, ambition admirable, burnout likely. The fix. Focus on one small change at a time. Another trap, relying on willpower. It's finite and fluctuates with stress, sleep, and blood sugar. Change your environment to make desired actions easy and undesired ones hard. Design surroundings that nudge you towards success. Waiting for motivation is a trap. Motivation follows action. Start before you feel ready. Take one tiny action. Opening the document, writing one sentence, or putting on your clothes generates momentum. Replace "I have to" and "I should" with "I choose to." Language shapes your relationship with habits. The Architect's Toolkit, a simple 1-week blueprint. First, pick one thing. Focus on a single small habit for a week. Writing solidifies intention. Second, make it tiny. Scale to 2 minutes. Make it so easy you cannot say no. Third, choose your cue. After I brush my teeth, 1-minute stretch. After I set down my keys, change into workout clothes. Fourth, track it. Build a chain you won't want to break. Fifth, be kind. If you miss, restart quickly. Consistency, not perfection. Section 7. The Gentle Art of Rising, a Final Calm Thought. Discipline, as we have been taught to understand it, is often a myth. It is not about superhuman grit or relentless self-critique. That version is brittle and shatters. True discipline is quieter and gentler. Build a system aligned with your life. Progress is thousands of tiny wins, not a few heroic efforts. Have the quiet courage to rise after you fall, without judgment or fanfare. Self-improvement need not be a struggle. You can start right now. Pick one tiny change. Read 1 page, stretch for 2 minutes, or write 1 sentence. Do it today, then plan to do it again tomorrow. Small actions compound into deep, lasting change. The path is simple. Start small, be specific, forgive quickly. You already have what you need, the ability to choose, to link to a cue, and to be kind. Trust small, gentle actions. The seeds of a disciplined, fulfilling life. Keep it simple. Keep it kind.